Welcome, Laval.
Hi, Samilyn.
Hi, Luigi.
How are you?
I'm great. You?
I'm great. Now, I need to ask you, you had an amazing day at an amazing event that was energizing, positive, outgoing,
empowering,
and much, much more. Tell us about it.
Okay, so Tony Robbins, my personal mentor, I love him to pieces. He is such an inspiration for thousands of people.
Millions.
And yeah,
Millions.
should I say.
Now, he was in Montreal?
He was in Montreal. His first time in 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Last time he came in Montreal, it was 10 years ago. So I really wanted to be part of this event. I had one of my girlfriends telling me she had an extra ticket, and then when I got to her, it was too late, obviously. I mean, you put that on Facebook, everybody's gonna jump on it, right? Then I'm like, you know what, it's all good, I'm sure I'm gonna go. And then I'm doing my list of goals every night, I do that, but very close to the event, for whatever reason, I went ahead and I said, I have to go. So I've put it in the universe. I'm like, thank you, Lord, I'm going. It's going to be amazing. And, you know, I was all positive about it. I received a text the day after at 7 a.m. in the morning. One of my friends goes, I'm so sorry, I know it's very early, but I have tickets to Tony Robbins, you know, and I just wanted to make sure that,
That is amazing.
Yes! So I went. It was an amazing experience. We did activities. We learned a lot, even on how to invest in the market. And he took me in his arms in one of the exercise that we were doing. So I'm seeing this very tall, 6'7" man, bigger than life, running off the stage to pick me up and twirling with me, because he was teaching us on how physically you get affected physically when you greet someone. So your facial expressions, the way your body language and everything. Anyway, it was really, really, really amazing. We don't have much time, so I'm trying to fast track it, because there's so many beautiful things that happen.
You left that event energized, inspired.
Yes. Energized, inspired, and he spoke to me, so I was like, I felt blessed. It was really an amazing, he touched over 6,000 people that day, I can tell you that much. Amazing. I have some footage, so I will gladly show them to you. Absolutely.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I truly, it was a blast. So thank you again to my friend who gladly gave me those tickets and brought me with her. I'm forever grateful. Thank you. We have a special guest today.
We certainly do. A man that does many things.
He does.
An amazing career.
Wearing a lot of hats. He's a city council, a member of the city council, and a city councilor for Saint-Vincent-Paul, Mr. Paolo Galetti. How you doing?
Very good. Yourself?
Good.
Paolo, welcome.
Thank you. And Thank you for having me here today.
You're welcome. And also, to add to the titles, he's also a school board commissioner with the Silver-Fillory School Board. That covers the three regions of, Laval, Laurentian, and Lanaudière.
Exactly.
Great career. My first question.
Long career.
We want to talk about politics, we want to talk about your music industry, the career, and of course, Starfest.
Sure.
That's coming up. So how did you get started in politics?
How did I get started in politics? Wow. I mean, I consider myself a public servant, and so all my life, all I've been doing is basically giving back to the community as much as possible. And then I found an opportunity where I was asked to get involved in municipal politics. And it was a time when there was a lot of turmoil in the city of Laval. And so I thought it was a great idea. And Well, at first, actually, I didn't think it was a great idea. A lot of people came up to me and said, "You should do it. You should do it. You should get in and do what you know to do best."
Why so, though? Why didn't you think at first?
Well, because I think public life. I mean, I've been living a public life for a long time. You know, with my music career, and now to continue it, you know, with the politics. And I started late in my life to, you know, get married and bring up a family and stuff. And I really wanted to focus on being a part of the family. You know, I think that's one of the most important things in life, which is, you know, bringing up your family and making sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible. And so I knew how demanding, or I didn't understand how demanding until I actually got into it, and then figured out that it's pretty demanding. However, you know, I'm honored, I'm privileged to serve my community, and you know, I've been blessed in my life, and I'm here to give back as much as possible. I think it's important as a public servant. A lot of people don't realize that you need to be at your best. And when you're at your best, that's when you bring everybody else at their best, and hope and pray that, you know, a lot of things come to fruition, and the goals that you put forward, hopefully,
and you have to have a great partner with you, because the whole family has to be all in.
Absolutely. You know, I give, you know, my rock is my wife. I have two beautiful children, Victoria, who's 16 years old, and Danica, who's 12. And I love my girls. And the fact that I'm not around my wife, who celebrated her 50th birthday just yesterday, and so you know, I love her to death. And she, you know, when I'm serving, she's taking care of the family.
The family unit.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And to that point, I have to acknowledge, even at the an event for a fundraiser that we attended, you and I, we saw always your wife with you,
yes,
always standing by and by your side, you know. So that good family support is so necessary.
I think it's important. You know, the fact that I'm from an Italian background, I think, and I'll speak for the Italian community, respect is one of the most important things. And I grew up in a Christian family. I'm Catholic, and you know, just that golden rule that, you know, Jesus Christ put on to this earth, do unto others as you want them to do unto you. If you just live your life by that rule, I think you'll be a better person, and everyone else will be better around you.
Absolutely.
That's well said.
Absolutely.
Well said. Now you're in politics.
Yes.
You're aiming to continue. So
Yes.
2017 is a big year.
Yes,
but you also have a music industry background.
Very
Yes, I do.
impressive one.
Could you tell us a little bit about that?
It started, you know, many years ago. I'm going to be 54 years old very soon, and so just briefly, I'll tell you. I mean, I had a rock band called Lipstick, and got signed to the one and only Whitney Houston as my manager. And in 1992, then I split from, that was in 1988. In 92, I went on my own way and opened up a recording studio and developed what I have today with artists such as Jacinthe and many others, such as Vanessa Punel, that I will be releasing very soon. So I've been, yeah.
It prepared you the path for now, actually.
I think it's important because it's so microscopic. When you expose yourself to the public, you get scrutinized, and so it's so important to be at your, you know, best game, your A game, and you understand how to interact with people. And as an artist, you know, my expectations and my my goals were always to make people happy. I would be on stage and my goal was for you to walk out of my show with a smile and be happy. And as a manager and as a record company, that's the same thing. To make people happy and make sure that there's respect. And as a city councillor, it's the same thing. You know, you want your citizens to be happy, and so.
I have a question.
Yes.
How was Mrs. Houston as a manager?
That's a great question. Thank you very much. I mean, she wasn't really our manager. We were signed to her, Nippy Management, which was owned by her.
By her father.
And managed by her father. It was owned by Whitney Houston and managed by her dad. So I was always in direct contact with Mr. John Houston. However, I did meet Whitney several times and went on one of her tours in 1991. And I mean, she was a great person. She was a great person.
She's amazing.
Yes.
Wow, what a blessing.
It's amazing, right?
It is.
It is. She will always be a great international star. Paulo, there's an annual beautiful event that I attend, and we also, Laval Families gives out bursaries. So it's called the Starfest.
Yes.
It's been going on since 2004, if my memory is correct.
2012.
2012 started?
Oh, with you involved, but I mean,
well, no,
prior
it's
to
2012. Before it's been the Laurier Gala, but now.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
it's 2012 as the Starfest.
It's the Laurier Gala Starfest.
Okay,
exactly.
Tell us about it. Tell us about your implications, but also the amazing young artists, the upcoming young artists in dance and music and in singing. I mean, it goes on and on and on.
I think it's all about giving back. And when we talk about giving back, is whatever I've learned in the music industry to give back so that we can, you know, bring to life the raw gems that exist within our school board at Sir Wilfrid Laurier School Board.
And there's so many.
And there's so many.
Yep.
And so what we do in 2012, we started the Starfest. And every school picks one or two acts that come in front of the judges. And we have a judging panel, myself, there's Jacinthe, recording artist Jacinthe, and Freeway Frank from Virgin Radio. And we have three principals with us that judge the kids that come.
That must be so difficult, though.
Well, yeah.
Judging an event like this, and you know, you have to say no to some very talented kids.
Absolutely. However, you got to be careful. It's exactly what you just said. It's very sensitive, and so you know, we're not from the Simon Cowell school where we. You know, I think
Luigi, they need you.
I think it's important to bring out the best out of every artist or student that comes there, and to encourage them as much as possible. However, we do manage to find 12 to 15 acts that are just unbelievable, and once we choose them, then they go in a coaching sessions. With myself and whomever is available, and develop them, you know, for the Starfest show.
I got to add to that because he's way too modest. I've seen, I won't mention a name, but I've seen several young artists when they were first auditioned, how shy they were. They were extremely shy going on stage, shy and singing in front of a crowd. And, you know, a year or two later, as Starfest develops, their talent, the insight comes out. And I can tell also when the production is going on, you're not sitting watching the show. He's behind the scenes. He's encouraging every single artist that comes up, telling them this is good, you know, you're making hands. They know the commands you're giving them, even though you're at a distance. So I want to congratulate you on that, because that's our youth that we kind of let you have for a few months and try to develop something that's extraordinary.
An artist never dies.
No,
never.
I mean, I have the little boy inside of me, and the artist within my heart lives on forever. So
absolutely good for you.
Paulo, we want to say thank you.
Oh,
thank you for sharing.
It's already done. Not bad, right?
Okay, it started.
Yeah. all the best with 217.
Thank you very much.
Big time this year. It's a big year, but also the Starfest coming up in the next few weeks. So congratulations on that. Keep us posted, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It was a privilege and an honor to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you know my favorite time of the year?
Christmas?
Christmas. But though it's not Christmas yet, we have the Christmas spirit with us today. And we have an amazing tradition that continues since such a long time. I remember going to this place. It's called Le Village du Noël when I was young, and that my parents brought me. So it's a pleasure.
Yesterday, you mean?
Yes, last week, maybe
That's
a couple
right,
of weeks ago.
right? There you go.
Claude Rousseau, welcome, Elf-in-Chief of Le Village.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
It's so much fun. We love Christmas. We just don't like the cold and the snow when, you know, after the first.
Well, yeah, but that's
First
the
of
reason
January?
Claude opens up. The big part of the year would be starting in June all the way to
Up until September 4th this
September
summer.
4th.
Yeah, and
Right after my birthday.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And what you need to understand is it's a Santa Claus summer residence. So we come down from the North Pole, and we have, you know, games, and he has his house in Val David.
This
and
is where he comes to chill.
That's absolutely, and he goes into the water slides, and he dress up to do and play with the kids. So
that is so beautiful.
Awesome.
Tell us the history of Le Village du Noël, because as far as I can remember, as a little boy, it was something we always went.
Yeah.
When you're driving up, you see the signs. So tell us that history.
The village is 64 years old. Okay, it was founded in 1953, and it was founded by my uncle. So it's a family business. It has been a family business since then, and it changed mission somehow, because at first it was more like not a museum, but it was a place for people to just walk around and visit. And we have pictures of that time, and people would dress up and, you know, Sunday afternoon, and they would walk in the village over there. Now it's totally different. It's more activity oriented, and we push the children to get out of their comfort zone. So we will propose and encourage them to do things that they think they are not able to do. So that's actually the plan. You come, you take a look at what's there. The children will obviously go for the easy game that he somehow knows that he can do, but every employee and every elf on the field will challenge the kid to, you know, get a little further than what they're used to.
Can you give us an example of one of the activities?
Well, there's a zip line. So a zip line is not, you know, that dangerous, but there's a kind of leap. You need to let go and just, you know, whoo, and you're in the air, and you're rolling down a wire, you know, a metal wire. It's kind of weird. Even for adults, you need to let go and do it. So obviously, the children have to concentrate, listen to instructions, and go. And when you see their face, when they do conquer the activities and they do make it, they are proud of themselves. So, and the magic moments happen when the children sees that their mother and their parents were there, and they saw it happen. So there's a kind of magic moment everywhere in the village where the children just surpass themselves. There's also something we do with pacifier. So when the children is younger, and when the mother and the father feel that the kid is ready to let go of the pacifier, there's a ceremony or ritual, if you will, that they will give it to Santa, and it will be forever.
Oh, that is
So depending on the age of the kid, there's always further to go. So when they're small, it's the pacifier or something else. Just getting close to an animal, just getting close to a goat, it can be scary.
Uneasy.
Yeah, it's uneasy. So everywhere we're looking for those little moments when you see your kid grow, and you know.
You make the kids thrive. I like
beautiful.
that.
Now
Very
you
nice.
mentioned animals, so
Yeah.
What kind of animals do we have in the village?
We have goats, sheep, all kinds of birds, interesting stuff. We have alpaca.
Alpaca.
So it's like a llama, but it's big. So it's actually higher than me. It's a big animal. So you need to be careful and behave.
Could be very impressive.
It is impressive.
Nice.
It is impressive. And we also have deers. Those are not the real deers that would, pull the sleigh, but they're in training.
They need rest.
They need rest, obviously, but when they come to the village, they are in training, so they are smaller and gentle, if you will.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, the different kinds of activities that is available on site for our youth, but also for the adults. What do you have?
Absolutely. Most of the activities are available to the adults as well. Obviously, some of them are not because they would break and they would not, sustain that. But we have a climbing wall of 24 feet. So even for kids, it's not, you don't just do it like this. And even for adults, it's difficult. So when, let's say, a children will try something and he will fail, he won't be able to make it. What we do is that now it's time for mommy to try it. And then mommy tries it and she doesn't make it either. So it de-dramatizes, the moment, and it creates a bond,
It empowers them.
Absolutely, absolutely. We play that music all the time with them.
That is amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have the climbing wall, you have the zip line you mentioned earlier. What other activities
there are over 20 climbing stations of all kinds. We have the water slides.
Oh, water slides.
We have little cars, bouncers, inflatable structure and stuff like that.
Inflatable.
Yeah. We have even a more contemporary activities where it's a interactive game, light show on the floor, and the image react to the little children movements and stuff.
And we see Santa going around in a bathing suit, relaxing.
Not all the time, because Santa is always busy because he does,
He's preparing his year?
No, he's there available for the kids, but he will stay in his house most of the time because the families will go
to him
and talk and spend a few minutes with him all the time. Yeah.
So you have a beautiful village for the whole family.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a restaurant on location.
Yeah, there's a snack bar, but people are welcome to bring their picnics. Yeah.
So it can be just
nice
a family day event. You go there for a picnic, and
that's actually what we recommend. I mean, depending on the age of your children, you want to make sure that you are available to spend the entire day. So bring your lunch, come in, we open at 9, so you can spend, all morning to play and then have a little rest time eating. There's a magic show every day at 1:30. So you want to synchronize your day with that just to make sure you don't miss it. And if your kid is 3 years old and you come in at 9, by noon, he'll be exhausted. He will have tried all kinds of stuff, and he will be too exhausted. So if your kids are a little bit younger, you want to arrive at, let's say, 11, just to make sure that you play a little, eat, and then the magic show, and then you stay until your kid is totally exhausted. That's the plan.
that
Sounds so much fun. We should go.
We have to do it.
We're big kids.
That's it. I mean, we're gonna try the climbing, the zip line. Gotta do the zip line.
We have to do the zip line. That's gonna be fun.
When does the park open officially?
We open this June 17th, and it's Father's Day weekend.
Okay.
And then we close on September 4th, which is, how do you call this in English?
Labor Day?
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
That's it.
Labor Day weekend.
And the Village de Noël is open 7 days a week.
Yeah.
From 9 a.m. until
5 in the afternoon.
5 p.m.
Yeah.
Monday to Sunday.
That's right, every day.
Excellent.
You're on social media?
I didn't get
Are
that.
you on social media?
Yes, we are.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
then you can go ahead and go on social media. They have the address, phone numbers. They can directly ask you questions if
Yes,
need
absolutely.
be.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we also have your website, so to get more information or different attractions that are available,
Absolutely.
you got everything.
We even have a list for the mothers and parents to all the things that you need to think and get prepared, because it is an excursion. Most of the people coming to the village are coming from Laval and Montreal. So you need to get ready and be willing to spend the entire day with us playing.
What is Polar Express? We heard of it.
The Polar Express is something that we created because at one point we had to increase the price of admission and stuff, and we were concerned and sensitive to the fact that some families would not be able to come anymore. So we thought of a way to give back and make sure that everyone could come, and we actually created a fund where we put money in and we give away trips to the village through people that were told by Centraide. So they gave us names of organizations that would take care of low-income families, les familles monoparentales, toxicomanie, all kind of people that are having it difficult. So, and we are giving those trips away. Over 5,000 people came. We've been doing this for the last 5 years, 6 years now. Wow. And we gave away over $200,000 worth of trips to the village, and we even provided the bus for them to come because they wouldn't be able to come anywhere, any other way.
Wow, congratulations.
So we are proud.
Congrats.
And one way that people can help is that when they come to the village, we will ask them, do you want me to add, will you allow me to add $1 to your invoice so we can put it in that fund? And people say yes, and we've been, getting that money and able to give it back, and we love it. And people love to give it to us for that purpose. So.
Well, congratulations. That's an amazing initiative. And you're working with United Way, so low-income families, single mothers, or anyone in society that would like to come, may not have the means or the transportation, Polar Express fund that you have developed helps them out. And well, that is just outstanding. Well done, Claude.
We love great news.
Thank you.
And we'll see you we'll see you soon.
See you this summer.
See you soon. It was another great show.
Amazing show.
We learned a lot with Paolo Galati. We learned
what an amazing journey.
What a life career, and helping out the youth and talent, and why he's serving right now in municipal politics.
Yes.
So that was nice, and that was great. But also Claude Rousseau with Le Village du Père Noël, which dates back to 1953. Their mission has changed, updated with the times, and they're giving back with the Polar Express, and Le Village du Père Noël opens on June the 17th. So
absolutely.
It's just another show that we get informed and educated. It's just unbelievable.
No more excuses. You have a reason to go out with your family and have fun. And it's right around the corner. It's not that far away.
It's a beautiful drive.
It's not, absolutely. It's worth it. Well, we will see you next week.
See you next week.